Si usted no habla inglés, debe estudiarlo al servir como misionero, ya que será para usted una bendición en su misión y en el resto de su vida. El aprendizaje del inglés le permitirá ayudar a edificar el reino del Señor de formas adicionales y será una bendición para usted y para su familia. Puede asistir a cualquiera de estas instituciones en línea, BYU Idaho o Ensign College, después de completar el programa EnglishConnect, a través de BYU Paswa Worldwide Paswa a precios reducidos tanto para miembros de la iglesia como para amigos de la iglesia.
Para aprovechar al máximo estas lecturas del manual de EnglishConnect 3, haga lo siguiente. Recuerde que la lectura está diseñada para su experiencia al escuchar a un hablante típico de inglés sin ayudar a su capacidad para comprender o conversar en inglés. Recuerda, la conversación es confianza. Habla en voz alta y libremente. Nadie quiere que fracasen, especialmente su Padre Celestial. Lee siempre los subtítulos. Pausa el video cuando sea necesario. Reduzca la velocidad del lector en el video cuando sea necesario si usa YouTube. Aunque es posible que otras plataformas no tengan esta opción. Repetición, repetición, repetición. Repite, repite, repite. Marca las palabras con las que tienes problemas cuando la pronunciación o el significado sean confusos o desconocidos. Pero no detengas la fluidez de la oración. Simplemente regrese y comience la oración de nuevo con las correcciones necesarias.
Over 137. Moving to a new country can be difficult, but you can feel comfortable soon. Mayberry. What is culture shock? Okay, so there's a flyer about culture shock and put out by apparently like Mabelberry. I don't know if it's true. We'll read it, and then you'll have a bunch of questions down underneath. 137. What is culture shock? A shocking feeling that you get when you leave your home and go to a new place. New place is very different. For example, the food, the language, the people, and many things are strange to you. Do I have culture shock? Are you feeling sad and lonely? Are you missing your home and country a lot? Are you thinking the local culture is strange or bad? Are you having difficulty eating and sleeping? Are you spending most of your time alone? Overcoming culture shock. Read and learn about other cultures. Make friends with people from different countries. Stay healthy. Exercise. Eat fruits and vegetables. Go to bed early. Laugh a lot. Do not be too serious. Learn some words in other languages. Try foods from other countries. You might discover that you like them. Okay? So, let's see. Yeah, they just have a bunch of questions. Let me read one. There are many reasons why I feel this way. I don't know the language. This makes me feel very alone because I can't communicate with others. I'm very homesick and I miss my family and my car. I haven't made any friends yet. I can't find anything at the supermarket that I want to eat. Sometimes I just eat candy from home for dinner. Everything in this country seems strange to me. Here's another one. I feel lonely all the time. I don't have any friends. I miss everything about home, especially my dog and my cat. The people here do strange things, and the food is strange too. I don't like it. I can't sleep at night because I feel so sad. I want to go back home. Here's another one. People here do strange things, and the food is strange too. Here's another one. I don't know the language. This makes me feel very alone because I can't communicate with others. I'm very homesick, and I miss my family and my car. Oh, that's the same one up there. Strange to me. Oh my goodness. I feel lonely all the time. I don't have any friends. I miss everything. Well, that's kind of funny. They're both the same, 1 and 2, and 5 and 6. Okay, well, whatever. Now we're going to go on to page 138. These are all, okay, well, these are questions that have to do. Okay, think about your study habits for English or for other subjects. Answer these questions. Where do you study? When during the day do you study? Number 2, in your city or town, there will be a free class about baking cakes. You saw this about the class. Please email Miguel at Miguel. Okay, write an email to Miguel. Okay, so these are Miguel sends an email back to you. Thank you for your interest in the class. Your spot in the class is saved. Our class will be held twice, once in the morning at 11 a.m. and once in the evening at 7 p.m. When would you like to attend? Thanks, Miguel. A college education is free through government's funding in some countries. In other countries, it is not. Do you think college education should be free? Why or not? And number 5, think about the level of education in your country. Are there many educated people in your country, or are there few? What are the reasons for this? Write one paragraph about the causes of the current level of education in your country. That's education. Passage 3, stress management. Being a leader can be a stressful job. Therefore, good leaders must be able to manage their stress. The following prompts relate to stress and stress management. When was the last time you felt stressed? Why were you stressed? Your friend has been feeling stressed lately. You want to help her take her mind off her stress. Think of a fun activity you could do with your friend to help her relieve her stress. Write a 3 to 4 sentence text message to invite her to participate in this activity. Your friend accepts your invitation. Write her a message to suggest a time and place to do the activity. Many people have different strategies to manage your stress. If you could choose just one strategy to manage your stress, what would it be? Develop your answer to this question in 5 to 6 sentences. Replicating peaceful experiences is one stress management technique. Think of your last peaceful experience. What caused you to feel so peaceful? Develop your answer in this question in 5 to 6 sentences. Stress is common. It can be very positive too. It helps you develop yourself more for the environment. So you're saying the stress, okay, how do I get over stress? I'm more prepared. Okay, how do I get ready for the stress? I realize it's not the most important thing in the world. I realize that what happens here is not catastrophic. I mean, it could be. But anyhow, it's doesn't have to be. All right. 139. Describe cold and flu symptoms. Definition for ache, which is a noun. A pain that is constant and dull, often combined to form compound words such as toothache, headache, etc. Amy had a headache and a toothache after visiting the dentist. Number 2, symptom. A change in health that shows that a disease or illness is present. Example, the first symptom of Tyler's cold was a sore throat. Number 3 is fever. Body temperature that is higher than normal caused by illness. Example, she has been sick in bed with a high fever all day. Okay, here's passage. In the last few weeks, many students at your school have fallen sick. As a result, you received this from a school nurse. Dear students, it's flu season again. I want to keep you all as healthy as possible, but I need you to assist me. Cold symptoms include a runny nose, a sore throat, little or no fever, sometimes a cough. Symptoms usually occur gradually, not suddenly. Okay. Flu symptoms include a runny nose, a sore throat, extreme tiredness, fever, cough, headaches, body aches. Symptoms often occur suddenly. Okay, so colds are going to come up gradually, whereas flu comes up suddenly. So they're giving you the hint. It's the same thing, the runny nose, the sore throat, but you have extreme tiredness, fever, cough, headache, and body aches with flu. A cold and flu have some symptoms in common. However, the flu is more serious than a cold. It can develop into more serious illnesses such as pneumonia. Please keep your child home from school if he or she shows signs of the flu. This will stop the spread of the flu to other children. Thank you for your help in this matter. Sincerely, the nurse. And there's some questions there. All right, this is about nerves, presentation nerves. Nerves, though the definition is feelings of being worried or nervous. This is page 140. Example, I always have bad nerves before an exam. Okay, well, that's true. Okay, passage, dealing with presentation nerves. If you feel nervous before presentation, you aren't alone. This feeling can be troublesome, but it doesn't have to be. You can use your nervous energy to your advantage. However, this takes preparation and practice. Here are some ideas for dealing with your presentation nerves effectively. Okay, practice your presentation. Practice your presentation from beginning to end while making your practice as real as possible. Ask family or friends to be your audience. Afterward, take note of how it went. Which parts did you like about the presentation? What should you change? You can also make a video recording of yourself while presenting to gain perspective. Doing these things will help you know what to accept when you actually present and ease your mind on presentation day. Breathe deeply. When people are nervous, they often take short, rapid breaths. To regulate your breathing, inhale and exhale slowly and deeply several times. Let this calm you. Practice this regularly before the presentation day. Then do this exercise before the presentation. Also remember to breathe deeply during the presentation itself. Pause. Right before you begin the presentation, pause and smile at the audience. This will help you start your presentation with confidence. Also, pause between thoughts and sections of your presentation. Nerves can make you speak faster than you otherwise would, but appropriate pauses will help to slow your pace. They will also help the audience, process what you are saying when they have their questions. Okay, at the bottom of page 140 is just to press. But I want to make a comment about presentation and stress and nerve symptoms. What do they call it? Dealing with presentation nerves. Okay. So in our church general conferences, one of the brethren here, the area authorities, he shared with us what happened for him in his presentation. He had to speak at general conference 7 months back. He actually prayed. He offered the prayer the other day. But anyhow, in the October conference. However, he explained how he got a call 6 months prior to the conference, and he was to go ahead and start doing preparation. And the things you're talking about here were real. He said, your breathing will accelerate. You'll have these nervous feelings about presentation, the presence of your preparation. Have I prepared enough, etc. But the church has 6 months prior to the presentation in the talk at the conference, you have all these practice sessions. If you'll ever notice the pulpit when it goes up and down, well, what's happened is that pulpit was gauged to his height. The volume was gauged to his voice volume when he's doing presentations. And then the teleprompters are set up, and they have all of that set in place for them to follow to his specific body size, volume, presentation, etc. He also explained how he had practice sessions, multiple, where there were groups of people and at a pulpit that's exactly the same pulpit as they stand at when they're at the conference center presentation. And so as a speaker, and so it was just everything is done to help that speaker give his best speech. Okay. He thinks that, however, all those days of preparation, thinking about it, that would be nerve-wracking for quite a little while when you have to go over what you're saying. And for the most part, I think most of these folks have it memorized, except for some contemporaneous apostles or prophets. So that way. Okay, let's go to where are we at on time? Okay, we're great. 140, right at the bottom, it says high heels. This is dress to impress. High heels, women's shoes that have a raised heel. Example, she wore high heels to the formal event. Professional, relating to a job that requires special training or skill. Example, professional musicians must perform at a very high level. Okay, wearing the right clothes is an important part of being professional. Dress to impress. In a presentation, good self-presentation is essential to a convincing image, and one important aspect of effective self-presentation is your clothing. When choosing your clothing, consider your audience. Your audience will judge the appropriateness of your clothing. Appropriate clothing will not attract undue attention. The audience will then quickly focus on your message. On the other hand, if some aspect of your clothing is unexpected, your audience may be distracted by it. Then they won't be as attentive to your message. You might be thinking, great, really though, what should I wear? We don't have your answer. It all depends. In some professional contexts, a suit would be a good choice as it denotes professionalism and authority. However, casual might actually leave a better impression. You can find out what your audience expects by asking the event organizers. You could also go to similar presentations or research online. Your comfort is also important. If you aren't used to wearing high heels, don't risk falling by wearing them during your presentation. Also, don't wear a style that will make you self-conscious. Find something that you feel physically and mentally confident in.